Something interesting happened already in 2024, and I'm here to share that good news with you. Three Grand Slam winners, Rafael Nadal, Naomi Osaka, and Emma Raducanu, have made successful return to the tour after long breaks due to injuries and maternity leave. Nadal played after a 12-month long injury layoff, while Osaka is back from a 15-month hiatus, during which she gave birth to a daughter, Shai. Raducanu also made a successful comeback after an 8-month break due to injuries, with a top 3-set win over Elena-Gabriela Ruse at the ASB Classic in Auckland. Anisimova, meanwhile, she beat Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in straight set at the same venue. Oh, the comebacks are coming in back to back to back for tennis greats in the world of tennis, especially for 2024. And to join us in this conversation, enjoy the ether of all the comebacks, because I know I'm excited to talk about this, is tennis commentator Biola Solis. Thank you so much, Biola, for joining me on the show today.
Hi, Onyinyechi. It's good to be on the show. Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you too. We're hoping that this year brings something exciting next, what we're about to talk about right now in the world of tennis. All these players, Biola, would be competing at the Australian Open 2024 that is scheduled for January 14 to 28. Gets my excitement more. Rafael Nadal walks on the court to play his first singles match in 349 days against Thiem. I am not surprised. His level of game is always equal, only to an amount of winning and that humbleness he brings to the court. Oh, Rafael Nadal. You know, every time he comes back from an injury, we see a different Nadal on court.
Yeah.
And we did see that against Dominic Thiem.
Yes, we did. I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. I mean, it's Rafael Nadal. He likes to give his 100% to the sport. He made sure he was 100% and feeling his body, in the best way again before returning to tennis. But, I think it's just mind-blowing that he hadn't played in a year, had hip surgery in June, and is playing this well. I honestly didn't expect this level from Nadal at all. But, that is the story of Rafael Nadal. He keeps coming back after various career-threatening injuries. According to many people, he's been finished so many times, but he keeps coming back. His resilience is incredible. And against Dominic Thiem, who is a difficult opponent, beating him
from here. I did a little check on records because I know his return cannot just be an ordinary return. There must be something he would break. There must be a history that will be made at Nadal's return. So I went ahead, did my little check, and he might have broken a record on his return. And sure, it is the number of ATP wins. When you think of how much tennis he has missed, I would say this is an amazing stat, Biola, for Rafael Nadal.
It is because Rafael Nadal has had so many injuries in his career. For someone who is that injury prone, to have played as many matches as he has, to have won as many titles, as many Grand Slams as he has, like I said, that is the definition of resilience, and that is who Rafael Nadal is. To be honest, I think with this last injury, I expected very little from his comeback, especially, considering the age he is at the moment, how much injuries he has suffered. But, while this is only one match, I think it's, a lot of positives to take, but we'll see how far he goes, there in Brisbane and, the Australian Open to come as well.
I did that little graphics there to show the number of wins, because I could see that Jimmy Scott is still topping that list. That's having the likes of Roger Federer, having the likes of Djokovic too. Rafael Nadal has entered that list too. So number of ATP wins in the world of tennis, the men's singles. Do you think without so many injuries he may have suffered in his career, he should have been number one and not Djokovic?
Yeah, most likely. I think without the injuries, he would have won more slams as well. Nadal has missed, a whole lot of time. If we put it all together, it's quite a lot, really. And last year was really significant as well. If he had been informed, maybe one Grand Slam, maybe at Roland Garros, his favorite slam, would have happened. So yes, the injuries have definitely played a role in how many Grand Slams and how many titles in general he has won. But when you consider that he has won 22 Grand Slam titles amidst all that, it's just incredible, really.
Incredible for, of course, the man they call the greatest of all time on clay. Let's go to the women.
Yes.
Naomi Osaka lost in the second round in Brisbane,
Yes, she
but
did.
she looks like she's finally enjoying the fight once again. Watching her looks like
Yes.
I'm so motivated because she showed that motivation, she showed that determination in bringing a lot of memories back. Memories of the 20-year-old girl from Japan who won the US Open, the girl that played without the weight of the world, criticism and expectations on her. I'm hoping that Naomi can reconnect with that girl once again this year. Do you think she can, even with this comeback?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I can see that already. She's played 2 matches. She lost this morning to Karina Pliskova, but it was 3 very tight sets, and it was quality tennis from both women. I am pleasantly surprised seeing how well Naomi Osaka is playing, considering she hadn't played in 15 months, just had a baby. I wasn't expecting much, and I have gotten so much already. I think more than anything, it's important that she's also having fun. She mentioned it after both matches. She actually even put out a tweet after her loss to Karolina Pliskova saying that was fun. And, we know she had some mental health issues, battled a lot of criticism, wasn't quite enjoying the sport, had to take a break for some time. So it's good to see her playing well and enjoying herself at the same time. So I hope she goes on to have a really good season. It's, incredible to see a four-time Grand Slam champion back again. She has been missed. This morning, even though she didn't win, she hit 40 winners and made just 12 unforced errors. It was a brilliant match, a match between two former world number one players. So that it was just mind-blowing. Quality tennis from both sides of the net. So yes, I just need to say congratulations on a good return to Naomi Osaka, and I hope we see more of her.
But I would want to play the devil's advocate here, Biola. Naomi returned to court for the first time since battling that mental health issues and becoming a mother.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm giving that to her, Biola. But her return was marked with a win. Let's not forget that, though she lost in the
Yes.
second round. But it seems she has lost a bit of that touch because I could see that Naomi had struggled with a little bit of serves. She made some wrong ones in that win there, but we're just going to give it to her that she made it in the first round of the international Brisbane International.
Yeah.
But I was looking
I
at her
think that's all right,
fitness. Biola, I was
considering
looking
she's
at her
just
fitness
returned.
too.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I,
we're listening.
I think she needs to still find her fit. That's what I'm saying, playing the devil's advocate here. She needs to still find her fit. And maybe that's why she lost in the second round.
Yes, I think she just needs to get, a couple of more matches under her belt. It's okay to be rusty at this time. 15 months is a long time. And, this is Karina Pliskova, who is no pushover as well. So, it just takes more competition, more activity really to get to her best. But, considering what we've seen already, I think this is more than average and more than decent.
Do you think she's not fully prepared for 3-set matches?
Ooh, that's a really good question, but I think she handled this well. She went a breakdown early, but she handled it well. I think she just really needs to do better at converting her break points. She converted just 2 of 12 break points in the entire match, so that's going to be key. Hopefully, she has learned a lesson from these 2 matches that she has played already. So yes, just more matches under her belt will do her some good.
Okay, let's talk Emma Raducanu now. 8 months out, it feels like she had lived 1,000 lives. The way she came on court, of course, on Tuesday, it just looks like Emma Raducanu lived 1,000 lives. The US Open champion had 3 surgeries, but her most compelling story was about the qualifier who believed more than anyone else. First win in 295 days. A 5-2 double break, a 2 match point evaporated before Raducanu regrouped again to close up the match point at 4. But Vitolina awaits her. What will Raducanu be faced with in the hands of Vitolina?
That is going to be a really, really tough test. And as Svitolina also returned last year after having a baby, and she had a stellar year. 2023 was incredible for Elena Svitolina, reaching Grand Slam quarterfinals and semi-finals again, building her ranking up to this point. Elena Svitolina is in really good form, and I think it might be, really bad timing for Emma Raducanu to be facing her. But I think when making a return, what most players really need to focus on is getting competition under their belts and doing as best as they can and not focusing on how many wins that they can get. But it is really good to see Emma Raducanu back. She had a really tough 2023, multiple surgeries, and coming back with a win is quite encouraging. But I think facing Svitolina will be a big test for her. And either way it goes, I think she's going to learn some lessons from that match.
I'll be hoping that the lesson will be learned. Naomi Osaka did not learn in the first round, and now she's out in the second. I'm hoping Raducanu doesn't go out in the second round. Let's talk Amanda Anisimova now. Amanda has always had this easy par on court after honestly admitting that she needed a break for mental health. Now, it shows that mental health is a serious issue, especially for athletes who go on a day-to-day training and have a lot of weight on their shoulders to make their fans smile. Her power is coming from within. I can see that she needed a break, and we could see that return there. Her win against Pavlyuchenkova in her first win is in 316 days. Great for her. But I hope she has found peace after that long break.
Yes, I really hope she has. She's had a really tough couple of years. She had some injuries. She lost her father, who was also her coach for most of her career. So I think it was really good for her to take that break. She was doing a lot of art, exploring the world and doing so many other things during her break. So I think every tennis player, every athlete really needs to focus on their mental health. Tennis especially is very demanding. Players have to travel almost every week in different cities, maybe even different continents almost every week. It's very, very physically and mentally demanding. So I really do not blame any athlete who needs to take a break at any time, because it will do them good. And whether they return to the sport or not, it's really up to them. But it's good to see her back. She lost this morning to Raducanu. It was a beat down, but like I said, a comeback is a comeback. Every match is a lesson. It's really not about how many matches to win. But Amanda Anisimova has always been very, very talented. She's still quite young as well. So I believe she will find her feet eventually.
All right, I'm hoping that she finds her fit in the next tennis event for 2024, especially in January. And that will be the Australian Open. Nadal will reportedly make use of a special ranking to enter the Australian Open. The first Grand Slam tournament in his comeback. Oh, I feel that chills already, Biola. Similarly, we would have Osaka and Anisimova. They are among the 7 players who have direct entry into the first Grand Slam, the main draw, using a special ranking. What firecrackers awaits us for 2024, Biola?
Yes, I have predicted since the end of 2023 that 2024 is going to be extremely competitive, especially in the WTA tour. So many players are making their returns. And, it's already been very competitive over the years, especially, like I said, in WTA tour. But seeing players return, players like Nadal, players like Angelique Kerber also made a return. Naomi Osaka is returning as well. So both tours are very packed. So I think we should expect a whole lot of competition, a whole lot of mind-blowing quality matches as well. And I think the year has started well. We've seen some really good matches already. And I don't think the first Grand Slam of the year will give us any less. So I'm pretty excited about the whole season. But of course, the Australian Open kicks everything off.
The Australian Open, I cannot wait. I did say I'd had shivers already heading into 2024 because I know it's going to be a fully packed season. The surprise I did see from Novak Djokovic speaking French. Viola, what are we not going to see in the world of tennis? Well, great one that he's
Novak Djokovic speaks like 11 languages. He is just something else.
Great from the world number one. I want to see that battle between the world number one Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz, and not forgetting Rafael Nadal, who's just returned after a long-term injury. Thank you so much. We have been speaking to a tennis commentator from Lagos, Nigeria, Biola Solis. Thank you so much for joining us on In the Game today.
Thank you for having me, Onyechi.